Okay. I think everything is set up correctly. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh, sorry, these are the old references from the other time when we did elephant studies. I'm streaming from my new studio setup at the moment, so I might fidget with a few things. I just got this kind of rigged up the other day. It's kind of, there we go. Hopefully my camera stays on, and hopefully you can hear me. But hello everybody, how are you? We are going to be doing landscapes today. We're going to be looking at some landscapes. I've linked at the top, or I guess Amaze. Thank you, Amaze, for pinning that. Appreciate you, man. Be looking at landscapes and how to structure them, how to draw them. I don't draw a lot of landscapes, so this will be a learning opportunity for me as well. Did you guys know it is plain April? Plain April, I guess I should say. Why is my chat not working? It was working when I tested it earlier. Strange. Hopefully that starts working. This is, as you guys know, I'm not a professional streamer, so just whatever happens, happens. Anyway, thanks for hanging out though. We're going to be drawing, like I said, from some photo references today. This was when we did elephants the other day. I'm going to start a new little folder here really fast, and we'll get started. But if you want to go gather some references, I've dropped a couple in Discord. If you're not in Discord already and you'd like to check out what I'll be drawing from, if that's easier for you, you can always join the Discord. You don't have to. I know everybody has a Discord, so it's fine if you don't want to. But if you would like to, you can find the references I'm going to use dropped in there. I've dropped 2 so far. I might do a few more. But for now... Also, I might get a little distracted because there is a squirrel outside my window and it really wants me to feed it. I don't know. Hi, Chippy. I wish I could show you guys the squirrels. If this camera was any better and didn't just like die every time that I turned it around. They can hear me and they're like, why aren't you feeding us? I left the door open because it's kind of... There is a squirrel! I know! This is where I get it from. Oh, I wonder what that was. That was weird. Let's not do that. Sorry, I'm still getting used to how to use Krita. Group into a quick group. Oh yeah, this was the one that had like the mystery ghost elephant somehow in the background. So I'm just gonna, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna slide that background layer into the rest of the reference folder. I have no idea what's going on there. Anyway, yeah, let's draw some landscapes. Let me just make a new file here. Nope, not inside the folder. Come on, Krita. Work with me. Paint layer. Outside of the group. Outside of the group. Oh my gosh, Krita. Don't pull a Photoshop on me now. What the heck? Why won't it let me do this? Okay, new paint layer. There we go. That was strange. I did not enjoy that. Okay, let's move on. Anyway. How is everyone doing today? Hold on, I haven't checked chat yet. I don't know who's here, but I do appreciate those of you who are here. If you, like I said, if you'd like to go ahead and start finding some reference photos, you can totally do that. Hi squirrel, I do see you. Please don't chew on the door. Also, my chair is really squeaky, so I apologize if you guys can hear that. There's a squirrel outside and inside. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure about this setup, to be honest. Let's see, maybe if I like move things slightly. I don't know. It's kind of awkward, not gonna lie. I'm afraid to move my monitor because, yeah, there it goes. It's all breaking. Cool. Come on, monitor. Don't break. Don't do the thing where you break. There we go. I need to adjust things more, but anyway, finally got my studio set up here in the living room and not in my bedroom, so that's exciting. Okay. Let's see, where is 100%? Nope. There we go, look, it's all working, everything's fine. This is a totally professional art stream, guys. 100 million% professional. We are here today, as you all know, to get the bad drawings out. Sorry if everything shakes, this desk is really shaky. If this is your first time here, I do try to stream from my studio normally and not from home, but today I had some errands and chores and things I needed to do after my morning stream, so I figured this is why it's helpful to have one of these setups at home as well, so I can just do that and then get about my day. So yeah, landscapes today. Let me see who's here. Hold on. Hey Maze, also thank you. I knew you were here, but I wanted to say hi and thanks again. I'm outside. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. And yeah, sorry about that. The intro video. I think it was actually Raga that recommended that I have like a 10-minute intro, like basically an ad buffer. So it's like a way to just kind of get all the pre-roll ads out of the way. So that's what that's about. But hey, Raga. Speaking of Raga, hello. Good to have you. Siren, hello. Char, good to see you again. Long time no see. How are you doing? Lagumcore, hello. Hopefully you're not on a scary bus right now. Doing some oil painting. Okay, good. All right, I think that's most folks. Hold on. See, the problem though is my Huion is like blocking my monitor. I don't love this setup, guys. I need to adjust it. Okay. Yes. Most likely be using a bunch of brushes I never touch. Hey, that's great. I'm excited. Yeah, it's a good day to experiment, right? That's kind of the whole point. Get those bad drawings out and practice some things. So here is the first image I will be starting with. If you would like to, or if this is your first time and you want to join in and you're not sure how to participate, you know, go find a reference picture that you want to use. It could be anything. I'm going to be doing color studies mostly this week, probably just because it's faster than sketching all of this. So if you don't normally sketch in color, I recommend just going for it, just giving it a try. It might feel kind of awkward, but I bet after some practice you will feel a little more comfortable. But I'm going to be doing quick studies here. I pulled up a couple, why is that one so much bigger? Pulled up a couple of different landscape references that I think are interesting to look at. Just slide you over here, buddy. There we go. And yeah, we'll just be talking about a little bit about perspective, a little bit about like how to focus the eye. There's some things that I picked these because they do a really good job of that already. They're just whoever the photographers were had a good eye for composition, because you have these areas of light, right, that are kind of pulling your eye in. So the first thing you notice, right, is the tree canopy cave, right? Exactly. There's like a really clear visual direction here. Hold on, let me get my little brush. It's like this is the obvious, like that's the first thing you see, right? And you kind of like move out and around from bright spot to bright spot. So a trick about the eye is that the places of highest contrast are where your eye is going to tend to be drawn first. And so obviously you can't get a whole lot higher contrast than like white next to almost black, right? So that's why your eye goes there first. And that's something you can use in your artwork when you're coloring stuff to kind of emphasize certain things, okay? This one does a good job in the same way, except for this one has like this trail and this line, there's like a fence, right? So it just kind of pulls you into the image and you kind of walk along it with your eyes. And then you notice like the mountains and the hills and the water. It's just really lovely. So we are drawn to the light like moths. Yes, exactly. So what I'm going to be doing today is just kind of trying to quickly study these. When I say study, I want to reinforce, we've talked about this a lot, the focus isn't to just copy exactly the image. If all you're doing is copying, you're probably not going to actually learn a lot, or at least not very quickly. You want to be asking yourself questions while you're looking at the image. And this is something that, like, if you're able to go outside and actually paint from scenery, you will learn so much about depth and value and hue or color, just from like trying to take something that's three-dimensional, like the world around you, and put it onto a flat surface. So I highly recommend, that's called plein air, which I believe is like a French word for outside basically, but plein air painting, P-L-E-I-N air. There's actually a challenge, like an April challenge called Plain April, yeah, anyway. It's a hashtag you can look up, and it's like an encouragement to go out and like draw and sketch a lot of scenery. So anyway, highly recommend it as a good practice. I've only done it a few times, but it's been super helpful for me when I have done plein air studies. So I've been doing some impressionist stuff lately. Oh, that's nice. I do love a good brushy stroke. I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, okay. I have not posted that I'm live yet anywhere. So shoot, let me just, I don't even know how do you do anything, guys? I'll take a little screenshot of me and my like creepy half shadow, like, do you guys want to draw? But how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone had a good weekend. Happy Tuesday. Congratulations. You made it to Tuesday. Yes, exactly, Lagmcora. You gotta analyze the reference, not just copy it. There's definitely a place for training your observation eye to like learn how to be really precise, but I think somebody pointed this out to me recently, is like there's a lot of people who draw hyper-realistic things, but that's all they can do because all they're doing is copying photos. And it's like they never really learn how to take that information and actually apply it, which is interesting. Oh my gosh, you guys, I wish I could show you my squirrels. They're just crawling all over the screen. Anyway, they can hear me in here. I have the door open with the screen part closed. Anyway, yeah, it's just not super helpful, just a copy. There's a place for it, but it's certainly not what you should be doing constantly. Dorito! What questions do you ask when I'm drawing? So like, for example, when I say ask questions, what I mean is like, ask yourself like, why? So like, for example, if I was painting, here, let me just get started. I'll post a little link in a second. Okay, I'm just picking a color. I don't think this is the right color. I think it's a little more yellow than that, probably. Anyway. Like, if I'm painting this, right? This is a really bright green. There we go. Okay. So if I'm painting this tree, I might ask myself, okay, like, why? So for example, like, why am I seeing green here and brown here? Oh, that's because there's moss covering that part of the tree. So I gotta make sure that I'm just gonna color select from here because I'm being lazy. It's so dark. So I might think like, okay, so how does the moss grow on a tree, right? It's gonna grow, oh, there we go. It's gonna grow on top of the bark. So like, why am I seeing brown here? Oh, okay, so that's that part of the tree. Or I might ask like, why is this side of the moss dark and this side is light? It's not just that it's light and this is dark and that's how it looks. It's because there's light coming in from this direction to hit that rock to make that side of the moss brighter and this side of the moss darker. And that might seem like a really obvious question, but if you're not thinking about those things, if you're just copying, you're not actually processing why the picture looks the way it is. And so when you go to like draw your own scene from imagination, you're gonna be stuck because you're gonna be like, well, I don't know what to draw. I need a picture. You know, it's like you haven't spent time actually thinking about it. You're just copying. Having real squirrels nearby while painting landscapes is a very Bob Ross energy. I wish they were kind. You know, I really want to go feed them really fast. Would you guys be mad? I need to go feed my squirrel. She's looking at me very pitifully. I'm gonna take a picture and I'll post it in the Discord. She's standing there like outside the door with her little paws, like, hello, I hear you, human. Is that bad? Is this like the most unprofessional stream ever for me to just walk away and take a picture of a squirrel? It probably is. I'll be right back. Okay. Hi, squirrel. Come here. Take a snap.
Squirrel.
Well, maybe now she'll stop making noise outside the screen. I'm sorry, I know, squirrel. Do you guys want to see it? Look how cute she is! You guys can't see this. I'll post it in the Discord. See? I just took that picture just now. That is my squirrel friend. Actually, this is a new one. This one doesn't have a name. This is one of the new babies, I think. Anyway. Yep, distracted by squirrels. Okay, let's get started, so. I'll post that on Discord later if you didn't get a chance to see it. The squirrels are so sweet. I know, aren't they cute? It's so little. I'm pretty sure it's the baby of the one we called Chippy. Hey, welcome back, I'm outside. Yeah, we were talking about how to study an image. So when you're working from reference, I was talking about how you want to make sure you're actually looking and like asking yourself questions about the reference, not just trying to copy. A lot of people make the mistake of just trying to copy and they're not actually learning anything. They're just kind of trying to imitate something. And there's a big difference. It might seem subtle, but there is a big difference, I think. Yeah, I'll post the squirrel in Discord for sure so you guys can see it. See, that's why you want to join the Discord, guys. You can get pictures of my squirrels. and hear about chickens. That's pretty much what I talk about. Okay, we're actually just gonna start with like a green. I'm gonna try and do minimal color selection. I just want to try and like challenge myself a little bit to actually get these colors on my own. In case you would scroll right to it, I know. I'm bad. Okay, so yeah, I see this bright. What I'm gonna do basically is grab a paintbrush. So if you're working in a sketchbook, you can do this with pastels, you can do this with paint if you'd like to, you can do it with crayons or colored pencils, however it's easiest for you. I like working digitally for these studies just because it goes so much faster for me, but that's just my personal preference. So, okay, this is my Krita at home that I have not done any adjustment on, so I'm a little bit annoyed already because I know I don't have the right tools that I found yesterday, for example. Why is it not letting me there? Jeez Louise. Okay. Alright, let's use this green I already grabbed to get this tree. So what I'm doing is I'm just blocking in the shape. So what I'm studying is shape and color. I'm not worried about being precise. While I'm doing this, when I say ask yourself questions, what I mean is like, why am I drawing this line here? Okay, obviously it's a branch. Okay, what's happening in the branch? Okay, there's light coming through. Why? Oh, sloppy salamander. Thank you. You have kittens? Wait, what? You have kittens, and also thank you for that sub. I'm glad you guys got to enjoy that random GIF. It's the only GIF I've ever made, and I like it. Yeah, how are you? I want to see your kittens. Can you share pictures? Yeah, so ask yourself questions, right? Like, okay, like, let's look a little closer. This is kind of a small image. It does help to have higher resolution images, but you can see this isn't just one branch, right? When I'm actually looking at the picture, I'm seeing like all kinds of little branches, and there's like moss clinging to them, and there's stuff going on. Now, a picture like this jungle picture is actually a really good example of why you don't want to exactly copy an image. Because if you try to draw every single one of these little plants and things, your image will actually end up looking pretty chaotic. It's probably not going to look as good as you would like. And so you can do a little bit of, you know, use some artistic discretion. Like, think about, as you're painting, okay, what do I want to emphasize? What do I want to kind of de-emphasize to help bring the focus of the image to this central area, right? Like, we're going to go with the natural focus of this image, which is right here. Why is it not letting me? Oh, because I'm silly and I have a selection. Okay, there we go. Anyway, back to this. Turn on my pixel focus. Okay, so I'll talk while I sketch. So hopefully that makes sense. Is this a new baby kitten that you just got for your house? My goodness, that's so cute. I 100% do not trust my eyes, so color selection is important. That's fair. That's fair, Maze. You've got some different. That's fine. You get a pass. You get a pass, and you certainly don't have to do what I'm doing either. I just like to do that for a challenge for myself, to train my eye to be able to better differentiate hue. Like, I can see this green is a little more blue than the green I'm using, so I'm gonna slide my slider just a little bit to the blue side, and do you see how that color looks a lot closer to this color? Now it's hard to see on the screen. Anyway, it does. Trust me. I'm gonna darken it up a little bit in these edges. I tend to like to cool down my shadows and warm up my brights. That tends to be the way I go on the slider, so you'll notice as I'm painting, those are the decisions I'm making there. But things like that are important to think about. Okay, so we're gonna cool down that shadow a little bit. Actually, a lot of it. Holy cow, that's a dark shadow. Let's see. Yay! Stick them in Discord. I can't wait to see them. Also, how are you doing? Oops. Apparently I didn't color in the pixels there. But like, yeah, I like to challenge myself to at least get a little, sometimes, not always. Sometimes I'm in a hurry and I don't have time to challenge myself. But I'm gonna go ahead and block in this light color here. Blue it up a little bit because it does look like a sky color. And I'm actually going to color into the tree. Now you might be like, wait a minute, that line doesn't do all of that. Well, this is a background, right? Like, I'm doing the things in the background first. Now that I've kind of laid out the basic structure, I'm going to start working from back to front, because I want to make sure that I can have a nice background built up so that I can maybe make a second layer and paint on top, so I can have like kind of like a layered painting. You could do this obviously in traditional A lot more straightforward, but that's how you do it digitally, for sure. So we've got some like dangling vines back here, kind of covering up that light. This tree is getting a lot of light in the background, so there's some pretty light greens. So I'm just actually gonna put in some light greens, and these are the questions you're asking, right? Is like, why do I see light green there? Oh, it's because I'm seeing some of the sky, so I better grab that sky color. So obviously there's a break in the trees, like right through here. So I'm gonna make sure I have that in my image. Oh, I got outside of my square. How dare you? Okay. We've still got our vines. Still got some of these nice brights. Let's see, the TLDR is my sister works at a barn. Oh, one of the boarders mentioned a stray turned up and popped out some babies. Oh, she then let the mom back out and took all the babies outside, so my sister and mom went and collected them. Oh, but hopefully they can catch mom and like take her to a shelter and get her spayed. There's so many wild cats. But that's so nice that they were able to help. We have a friend in a foster program, she's full up, sister's apartment's too small, so now you get to have baby kittens, darn, that's just the worst. Oh, who doesn't like that? Bob Ross Sensei also always work back to front. Well look, I mean, Bob Ross knows how to paint, and that's how you paint. You work back to front. You build up from the back to the front. You always start with the sky. Yep, it's a good place to start, because you know things are going to lay on top of it, so there's no sense in doing a whole bunch of, oh shoot, ads, thank you. That's so bad. 6 of them, oh no! Okay, I'll try not to say intelligent things. Although, to be frank, do I really say very many intelligent things? Oops, ads, sorry. I will stop talking. Except about kittens. They're in a spare bedroom. Mom was a stray, but isn't feral. Okay, she's settling in, a little on edge. Okay, I'm glad you got mom. Okay, good. Morning one baby came out and sniffed my fingers. Oh, so cute. My dog loves our current cat because he's Mom's puppy. Oh no, really? Well, I'm glad that they have a safe place to stay for now. Yeah. Okay, sorry about those ads. It's telling me that the ads are over. Is that true? I don't trust Twitch, to be forthright. I have to see these baby kittens while we're waiting to see if the ads are ready. I'm gonna slide this over and show you guys these baby kittens. Look at these baby kittens. Look at them. Oh my gosh. They're so cute. Oh, look at this mama. Poor babies. Adorbs. Mega adorbs. Thank you for sharing. I love that. Okay, hopefully the ads are over. I don't remember what we were saying before the ads. We were talking about, let's see. We were talking about painting from back to front. Yeah, that's like pretty, I would say that's like pretty standard. That's definitely how it should be done, I think. Sorry, taking a stretch break because my bot says to. If you haven't done your stretch break yet, highly recommend. Highly recommend. Okay. Oops. Sorry guys, let me slide that over. Okay, there we go. Since I haven't actually posted anywhere that I'm streaming, I'm gonna do that really fast. Hey Mara Stepper, how are you doing? We are studying landscapes today. So I'm doing a quick paint of this jungle scene, and then I'm going to move on to a few others. Yeah, doing some landscape studies. I want to go kind of fast. I'm going somewhat fast right now, but I'm also bad at remembering the ads play sometimes, so I apologize to anybody who got stuck in those. How are you doing today? At work, but waiting for lunch, so untangling some yarn. Oh, nice. Well, good luck with that. Sorry for clacking sounds. Come get the bad drawings. Okay. And the reason it says that at the top of the page, by the way, guys, is that is the whole point of warm-up sketches. Trying to get the bad drawings out of the way, kind of loosen up the muscles so you can get to your good stuff. This is my favorite way to break art block, because usually, inevitably, I get tired of drawing from reference and I'm just like ready to go and work on my own stuff. Or I still have art block, but at the very least, I learned something. So it's kind of a win-win. Yeah, that's why I recommend it. My sister's keeping the white baby, and I've got a friend who's going to start looking for a pair of bonded litter mates on her birthday. Aww, cute. The timing is good. I know, aren't they cute, like them for? Finally finished. Good. Let's see. I'm sorry about that, Siren. Thank you for sticking through those. She's seriously interested, not just, oh, haha, gimme. Yeah, that's good. Fly to her mom's place in Ohio and drive from... Oh my gosh, wow, she's super interested. Yeah, well, good. I'm glad. Okay. I don't know how to tag anything ever. Yeah, it's nice knowing where they're going. For sure. I've heard that cats can be pretty hard to home since there's so many. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's just what I was told. I imagine dogs are pretty hard to home as well. And then just FYI for anybody who is new here, typically what I encourage people to do is to set a timer for like 30 minutes and just see if you can do some studies. These might take a little longer since they're full landscapes, so maybe give yourself 45 minutes, but try to do 1, maybe 2 quick studies in that time. And if you'd like to, you can feel free to post them, or if you have any other warm-up sketches you're doing, it doesn't have to be what I'm doing. I just want to encourage people who are trying to either learn how to draw or new at drawing, or like haven't drawn in a while, or if you're just, you know, trying to start your day, it's a good idea. It's a good practice to get into. It's just kind of like doing warm-up sketches of some kind. Just quick studies, 30 minutes. You could like draw the plant next to you, draw the window, draw your interior wherever you're sitting, draw the coffee shop you're sitting at. Just some kind of like exercise to get your observation eye kind of looking and observing closely. Speaking of observing closely, there's a squirrel sitting on the chair outside of my door again. I will not go to it this time. She's just looking in here. She's like, I hear you, human. I hear you. Why aren't you feeding me? I need treats. Don't need treats. Squirrels have plenty of treats. Okay. Anyway. No, you're not distracting at all. I was actually needed a break anyway to finish. I didn't actually announce that I was live anywhere, so... I needed to finish doing that anyway, so you gave me a perfect opportunity to do that, so thank you. I appreciate it. Oops, sorry. Accidentally undocked that. That was not what I was trying to do. For some reason my OBS at home is like situated differently than my OBS. There it is. Nope. Oh my goodness. OBS, you're impossible. Does anyone else find OBS impossible, or is it just me? I'm gonna figure that out later. Okay, I just can't see part of chat now, that's fine. I can see the bottom part of chat. Okay, back to our sketches. So I'm restarting my timer. I've only been drawing on this for like 5 minutes, so let's see if I can get a little bit more done. Okay, so back to talking about layers. So we're doing the background first, right? So I'm kind of blocking in just some little shapes, and while I'm doing this, I'm thinking about like how much I want to emphasize certain parts and how much I want to de-emphasize certain parts of this image. So there's kind of like this general lightness right here, like this whole area is pretty well light. So I'm just gonna block that in first. Slide back over to this slightly. Where's my music? Did it stop? Seems like it stopped. Oh, it's just incredibly quiet. There we go. Hopefully that's not like too loud for you guys. I just turned it up slightly. Let me know. Hey Septic, how's it going? Okay. So light colors are going in first, back here in the background. This is messy, messy stuff, and I'm no expert, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't do this often. So if you have another way you like to work, please do share with the class. This is just how I'm doing it. Okay, so light to dark, because we want the focus again, and I'm gonna blend some of this in just a second because it's looking kind of crazy. It's bothering me a little bit. I also wish my keyboard would stop doing that. But you can see how like this area, let me unblock this. Like this area is pretty well like this middle green, so that's kind of what I'm doing. You got like the background here's got some of that light green from this light. Of course, you've got the sunshine coming through over here. And now I'm gonna look at this kind of like deeper green in this area. I'm gonna start kind of building some of that stuff up a smidge. A little bit of darkness in there too. I love you. That's too loud. And I'm gonna get a copyright ding, probably. Okay. It's kind of a shame that I haven't really set this critter up the way that my other one is yet, because it's not blending the way that I want. Grr. Okay. Take my little blender. Nope, that's way too strong. Holy cow. Maybe this one? No, 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 no. Just a little bit of smudging. Don't like that blender at all. Wow. Alright, this brush is doing a nice job of kind of implying some leaves, so I'm just going to quickly brush this in. Got that brown right there, it's like a red color, really like that. Showing through, a little bit showing through up here as well, and a little bit over here. So we've got these three spots of brown and a little bit of here on the ground too, kind of unifying the image. So this is the part where you start to sort of use some artistic license, right? Do some artistic liberties. I'm trying to draw attention to certain parts of this image, so I definitely want the impression of this overhanging branch, right? Kind of like that tunnel that was mentioned in chat is what it looks like. It's a tunnel. And I definitely want to lean into that. So I'm going to kind of guide the eye by doing what's called a vignette, sort of darkness, right? It sounds like a really bad indie rock band. Vignette of darkness. But it really is a term. Like a vignette is kind of when you have sort of like a dark frame around something, right? So it kind of directs the eye in toward the bright parts. And this image is kind of naturally doing that on its own. You've got like a dark corner here, a darker corner here, and there could be some editing in this image too. I don't actually know. I don't think so, but it's, I mean, other than maybe slight color adjustments probably. But it looks like whoever took this photograph just did a good job framing it so that the darkness was on the edge and there's a nice light, bright spot in the middle. It's kind of what we want. So there we go. So I'm kind of brushing in. Now that I've got some dark, I'm going to do a little bit more dark here. Got some of these dark branches. I do want a few of these, but I don't want to feel the need to paint all of them, right? Like not all of these branches are important. But the impression I'm getting from this overall image, right, is like thick jungle. So as long as my lines and my strokes kind of imply thick jungle, you know, we're pretty much achieving the ends that we want to achieve, right? So we've got these kind of thin branches. There's some good variety here. Got these slightly thicker ones here. Some like kind of dangling moss that's catching, it's being backlit by the sun, so it's very, very dark looking. A little bit of that light trickling in through these thick branches up above, so we definitely want to keep that. I'm using a skinnier brush right now to kind of paint in these tiny tendrils. Mom's been being called powdered donut. Wait, what? Hold on, I missed a story. The lighter ginger one I've named Arthur. Aww, aww, and the darker one is Benny, as an ex-Benedict. Oh, those are cute names, I love them. The mom's being called Poto. I love that. I love that. That's adorable. Well, I hope that they all do well. Doing okay, just slowly tackling an assessment. Oh, that sounds kind of intense. Hopefully it goes well. Is it an assessment for you? So, for example, another example of artistic liberty is I'm kind of darkening up these kind of frondy plants that are up on top. I do like their shapes. I like that it gives some variety to the image, but I don't necessarily want it to be super bright. I don't mind a few, maybe like where it might catch some sun. So I'm kind of adjusting the image slightly. Like I'm not taking them out entirely, but I do want to make sure that they are following kind of the color or value hierarchy that I want the image to have. So that's what we're doing there, in case you're wondering how you make those decisions. That's how I make them. But again, I don't do landscape studies as often as I should. That's part of why I'm doing these warm-up sketch sessions. It's to encourage me to actually do these things that I know are good practice for an artist to have, and they're just not practices that I have implemented into my daily, for a long time anyway, into my daily schedule. You know, I've always meant to. From the minute I got out to Colorado to kind of try and get into book illustration, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be so good. I'm gonna like, you know, do morning warm-up studies and like do life, you know, still lifes and plein air and like do all these things. Like, I have not been doing that. So that's part of what we're doing here is I'm just using you guys as accountability buddies. So thank you for being my accountability buddies, everyone. Appreciate you. Even though you may or may not have been a willing participant in that, I still appreciate you. Just knowing that there's people drawing with me or just watching or lurking is a lot of good help. So I do appreciate that. Let's see. So a report regarding the change of English language. So oh wow, that sounds interesting. Like over time, are you a linguist? Do you study these things? That sounds interesting. I would love to know what your findings are. Okay, I think I missed some chat. Slowly tackling assessment. Okay. One useful advice is to stick detail to lit areas. Yeah, exactly. As things in shadow are less visible. That's a great tip. Yeah, for sure. So when you get down, like what she means is, or what they mean, I'm sorry, gets to, when you get to like this point, is basically to, like when I get to the moss, I'm actually holding that for last because I want to do the most detail on these rocks right here. Because these are actually, one, closest to the camera, so you're going to see more detail there. Two, I actually want the eye to kind of lead kind of along this path. So the first place you're going to look is probably going to be this white source. And then you're just going to basically kind of drag the eye along this path. So do you see how just adding these little tiny white speckles already adds like implied detail or like guidance to like where your eye should be traveling? If I do too much detail up here, too much light and dark contrast, it's going to kind of pull away from this. So yeah, great tip. Love it. I'm gonna finish doing a few leafy things. Where did my leafy brush go? Oops, that's too big. Ah. How much feels I can take? Let's see. And every once in a while also kind of maybe like lean back or like change perspective or hold your sketchbook away, however you're doing this, just to give yourself like a little bit fuller picture of what you're working on. I can already tell I'm spending too much time on this. I kind of want to hurry ahead to the next one, so I'm going to speed up slightly. Just kind of block in a few things here. I feel like this is still way too loud. Why? I can't seem to find songs that are like equalized at the right levels or whatever. Does anyone know of like a program that'll automatically do that for you and just make everything the same volume? I would love to run it through something. Or if there's a way that like VLC does this, maybe? If that's what I'm using? I would love that. That would be amazing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of emphasize the mossy lumps along the edge of this little path. I'll come back in and I will build back up the lights. I just want to make sure my shadows are in the right place. I do like these little viney shapes though. How do I get that without too much emphasis here? Oh, and I think I didn't finish saying this earlier because I got squirreled. But if anybody is working on something that you'd like to share, we do have a Discord channel where you can drop those references, or not references, your warm-up sketches into. I will show those at the end of stream. Okay, so if you have... Oh, there you go. CMA has posted the first one. No, don't apologize. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure you're fine. So yeah, feel free to drop those in there, and at the end of stream I will show whatever's in there, as long as it's, you know, work appropriate. We do have people who are at work, we have people watch with their kids and draw along, so I appreciate you guys respecting that. So far I haven't had any issues with that, and I'm extremely grateful. But yeah, hopefully that won't become a problem. Yeah, but if you want to pop them in there, I will show those on screen at the end, unless you tell me not to. Yeah. Anyway, I think I've said all the things. I'm almost done with this one. But that, again, the purpose of this is so that next time I go to draw, say, a jungle scene, which actually I've got one I'm working on right now. I don't think I have a picture. I'll show it maybe later if I can find it. Since I'm at home, that particular image is on my studio computer back in the studio. Obviously, studio computer in the studio. Genius. Anyway, I'll show a screenshot of it if I can. I also like this shadow. A trick you can do when you're working digitally is you can actually make a new layer. If you're new to digital, a lot of people are probably going to know this because a lot of people already work digitally, but you can do something called an overlay layer. So you see how there's like this shadowy spot? Like you can see where the light is kind of coming through and hitting that tree trunk and casting a shadow. It's almost a really hard line right there. So I can come in with an overlay layer, maybe a bluish green. I'm not sure how dark to make it on this overlay. Yeah, I'll do it darker. Less saturated perhaps. And so I can come in and actually just like quickly toss that in. This is also a good way to add that vignette I was talking about, just kind of around the edge of your image. Now this is obviously a quick pass at that effect, but it can really help direct the eye, and of course you can blend away the streaks so it looks a little more realistic, I suppose. But yeah, it's a little artist trick for you. I'm going to warm up that highlight a little bit and actually come back in over here. Oops. Not that light. Oh my goodness. You can do the same thing with the light as well in that same layer. So see how it just kind of brightens it up, kind of draws the eye in. So if you are new to digital painting and you did not know that was a thing, there you go. It is a thing. Surprise. Overlay layer is your best friend as a digital artist. Maybe not your best friend, but it's a pretty darn good one. Multiply layer is also excellent. Blue Skittle, hey, how's it going? It is going well. Good to see you. How was your day? Yeah, overlay, right? Who doesn't like a good overlay layer? We're just doing some quick landscape studies today. There we go. So you can see what I did on the overlay layer right there, if you aren't aware of how that works. Doodling along, nice, nice. Honored to have you. You guys, Blue Skittle is an amazing, very accomplished landscape artist himself. If you guys want actual tips on how to do this, you should probably just go follow him. It's gonna be a lot more effective at answering your questions. I am still learning. This is an area that I'm trying to push more in my work that I have kind of avoided for a long time, just out of laziness mostly. Thank you for that shout out for Blue, by the way, Amaze. Yeah, so if you would like to, go give Blue a follow. I'm sure you will get inspired. In fact, I almost guarantee it. I sure know that I do when I hang out on his streams. Yeah, well, they're not just words. They are the truth. The truth, I say. Sorry, I'm not sure why I decided to talk like that. Please ignore. Just as you were painting, everyone. Don't mind me being weird. It's the squirrels. Blame the squirrels. Alright, I wish I had a better understanding of Krita brushes. There's probably a better brush for what I'm trying to do here, but since I'm new to using Krita, I'm just kind of tootling around here. Trying to make these little lumpy rocks look like they're moss covered. I don't know if we're being effective or not. Lumpy rocks, rocky lumps. Ugh, I gotta fix this squeaky chair. I'm so sorry, guys. It's bugging me. I don't know if you guys can hear it that much on stream. Ugh. It's like I'm on a ship. Yeah, you mentioned that you can tweak them. I haven't really looked into that. I need to. It's just the blending most. I just like things that blend well. I like to blend as I go rather than have to go back and blend. So remember, when you're looking at these like rocky blobs, right? You can also, another way you could do it is actually just like paint the actual rocks first and then add moss. So like if I wanted to maybe pretend these are some of the rocks down here. There's a lot going on in this image already. And then come back in on top of that and kind of paint in the moss that you see. If that helps you to have a form to paint on, don't be afraid to give it some form. I tend to work like color, so I'm probably doing this like the backwards way. I just tend to like looking for color shapes and then kind of describing them as I paint, I guess. I don't really know if that makes sense, but anyway, art talk, doing some art talk here. It might take a while depending on what you want. Oh gosh, I'm sure. Let's use this one. Alright. So to kind of reinforce what Lagmcore was saying, actually, if you put some fine details in the light areas, it's going to automatically just somehow make it look more detailed than it actually is. It's kind of crazy how that works. But I think our brain kind of fills in some of the gaps, like when you have shapes like this that are kind of modeled. The brain, even though this is just blobs of color, starts to try and make sense of it, and there are people like, oh, look at all the detail in that path or in those rocks. It's like, there's really not that much, but thank you. And that's just, I'm just manipulating your brain. Sounds really sinister. All right, so I'm just unifying by kind of dragging this brown through. I'm kind of spot dragging the brown because I want there to look like there's a little path there. So I'm sort of ignoring the browns that are over on this side. I want to keep those edges kind of green and jungle-y looking. But I think we're approaching close to finish on this. Do some of those details with this fern here. Might add another fern just to give it a little bit of unification. Maybe one here too. Since I know it's probably backlit, I could do this one darker maybe. And then maybe catching some of this light. Let's go. Alright, I think we're about done with this one. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Hopefully that was anything like helpful. I don't know. Oh, did I turn off my overlay? There we go. Turn that back on. Alright, here is the next one that I wanted to do. It's another like path-centric one. I might do a broader landscape here in a minute, but we'll make this one fast too. Well, let's see, fast. It's already 10:50. Zoom out a little bit. Squeaky chair. And as always, if somebody is working from a warm-up session that is like a past one, like if you're watching on YouTube or something, if you find this video later and you'd like to try this and submit them into the Discord, you absolutely still can. I will always show any kind of warm-up at the end of stream. So it doesn't have to, like I said, does not have to be the same thing. Had someone do that yesterday. Just wanted to reiterate that that is absolutely fine. Why is it not coloring the color? That's weird. Okay. So with this one, there's a lot of brown, right? Like a ton of this grassy brown color. So I'm actually just gonna fill most of the canvas with it. Then I'm gonna go back in. We're gonna actually just color select this time so I go a little faster. It's really nice fade happening with these mountains, so I'm definitely going to go back in and blend that out to give it that misty look. But we're working from back to front. This one's a little more straightforward. You can see the different like atmospheric planes of depth here. So we've got the far away background that I'm working on right now. And so that's the super far background. Then we have this like middle ground, this area here. So I'm just gonna kind of loosely paint over it. And you can see why it's helpful to draw in layers like this, because I was able to just paint right over that background and make it look like it's overlapping. Got this like fancy thing. Love this like cobbled path situation. It almost like, because these rocks are so worn, they're kind of sloping in a little bit, which I love. I love that effect. It's really fun. I'll definitely, like when I say notice things and like remember things, those are one of the things I will want to remember if I ever draw a scene like this. This kind of like buckled, worn, rocky area. Let's see. Actually paint in that dirt underneath it first, and then I'll go back in and do the rest of it. This nice little river or something that we're crossing here with this bridge. Paint that in really quickly. Bickman! Hello, hello! How are you? Good to see you. How's it going? Thanks for popping in. Just doing a quick landscape study here. No, you're good. You are so good. Not at the very end at all, kind of right in the middle. So you are fabulous today. I mean, fabulous any day. Obviously, you don't have to watch the stream. Appreciate you taking some time out of your day. What are you up to today? Working and keeping a few streams up. Nice. Well, I hope work is going well. Thanks for including this little humble stream in your list of streams that are running. I hope work goes well, if I didn't already say that. Sorry, I'm really bad at remembering things sometimes. I've got some proportion issues here, but we're just gonna roll right on past those, okay guys? Pretend you don't see them. Let's see. So remember, for me, I like to just look at swaths of color. So what I'm seeing here is this middle ground has got these nice yellow spaces, a little bit of like brushy things going on. I don't know where this is taken, to be honest. I may actually, I know I'm doing a lot of color selection, I'm probably going to break off from that here in a second and kind of brighten selectively some things just to kind of help draw the eye along a bit. out slightly. Don't know why I put that there, so we're just gonna erase it and pretend like that never happened. What are you talking about? I didn't put that in the wrong place. What do you mean? It's been in the right place the whole time. I don't see anything in the wrong place. What do you mean? Don't use enough image resolution to worry about things like perspective or quality. I mean, look, it's all subjective anyway, right? The whole purpose of this is just to kind of train the observation eye, break some art block perhaps, get the art muscles moving, thinking about stuff, asking questions, that kind of thing. So it is all good. I'm trying not to. My problem is I always want to get too detailed. I get really like hyper fixated on areas. I'm trying to like just move along. We're just moving along. We're not trying to make a masterpiece here. This is just a quick study, just to kind of take notes, taking visual notes, guys. Maybe I should call this instead. Do some visual note taking with Casey. Okay. I like these little bright, like very, very bright white stones up here. They definitely sort of turn into this sort of cobbled area. These big mossy rocks are nice. I'm going to do a little bit of selective exclusion, I suppose. It's a weird way to say it. But I'm taking out a few of these big monoliths just because I want to be able to see this path. I kind of like the way it sort of comes in and out of the page. I'm going to extend it this way a little bit, just to kind of overemphasize that curvature. Looks like it kind of turns into a gravel footpath right over here, so I'm going to get that part going. Have it going off into the distance. I'm going to emphasize that by darkening the surrounding grass, just so that it stands out against that landscape a little bit better. Heck, I might even just lighten it up. There we go. Put a little bush in front of it, make sure it looks like it's occluded slightly. Perfect. Okay. Usually do 64 by 64 pixel art. Yeah, it's a little different. Fair enough. Fair enough, yeah. I guess you're not super worried about detail like that. Pixel art is its own level of like detail work though, you know? Do you stream your pixel work? I follow a few pixel artists on here. I don't know any of the big ones. I'm sure there are big ones. Alright, I'm gonna green this up slightly because this is like dead yellow. It's too dead. I do see some little hints of green up on the hill here. So I'm just gonna push it a little bit more in that direction so it looks a little greener. We're gonna do some blending here in a second. Darken that slightly. I need to find a good blender in this program. Done 2 art streams, so I haven't streamed in a few months. Might pick it up some more soon when your schedule changes. Yeah, do it. I feel like, I mean, you know this, you've been around art Twitch. I think everybody should give streaming a try and just see. You know, it's a really warm, supportive, like, I don't know. It's just it's a very nice place. I have not met anybody who's just like belligerent and hateful. You know. Yeah, it's been good. Primarily I've done game streams. How is the gaming side of Twitch? I haven't, I've had some folks try and talk me into doing some game streams on Twitch. I would definitely have to like set up a different channel for it, so if it happens it wouldn't be for a very long time. But I'm a little hesitant. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little afraid of Game Twitch. Game Twitch seems less supportive and warm and calm. It seems more chaotic and angry. And rage quitty and trolly in general. So I would love to know any experiences that you have had with Game Twitch. I tend to I don't really lurk on game streams. There's a couple people recommended to me that are like very chill, work safe, family friendly game streams, but that seems to be like the exception. There definitely doesn't seem to be as many of those as there are art streams. And it's hard enough to find those kinds of art streams, you know? Really depends on what you play. A lot of solid, cozy game streams. Okay, all the boisterous and loud ones. Alright, yeah, maybe I just haven't looked in the right spots. Lady Ethria! Hello, welcome to chat. How are you doing? Good to have you in. Thanks for popping in to sit with us today. Sorry again for my creaky chair, guys. I do need to look at that once I'm off stream. It's on my list. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of imply broken rocks here, but I'm really gonna focus on detail toward the front of the image, kind of like we did on the last one. Try to keep my streams family friendly. Yeah, mostly because I don't know if my kid might watch it or a VOD. Exactly, and there's a lot of people in that boat too. I do keep as best I can, I keep my streams family friendly. There was that one time, so far the only slip up I've had that I can remember anyway, was when I showed an art book and just like opened to a random page and didn't look at it before I showed chat, and it was like, there was like there were bits. That's like the only thing. Quickly close the book. I actually need to figure out what stream that was. Make sure I don't upload it to YouTube. Because I've just been like automatically posting these on YouTube. I don't actually know when that happened. Does anyone who was here happen to remember? I was nerding out about Rain Port Fleet. Does anyone remember that? Shoot, when was that? It was a while ago. I think it was when I first got back into streaming this year. It was like late January, early February. I'll have to go look. I'll have to go watch all the streams, won't I? Make sure I didn't upload something like that. I think on YouTube we're only up to like the 4th or 5th warm-up stream. Like I've got them scheduled out to post twice a week, but I don't remember when it happened. I know, it was an honest mistake, but it was still really, I was like, no! Like, what if there was a kid and a parent and they have to have an awkward conversation now? I felt really bad. I mean, hopefully I don't know. I'm sure it was fine. Hopefully. If it wasn't fine, no one has told me otherwise. Oops. They were gnome bits, of all things, guys. Not the gnomes. Anyhow. But that's okay, we don't have to talk about that. I'll just have to go back and watch that sometime. Okay. Gonna work in some of these darks, just like we did on the last one. I kind of want to pull in these dark colors a bit, kind of emphasize them on the corners, darken this up. I may just go in with an overlay layer to really darken it up, but it's looking kind of messy right now, but that's okay. It'll come together eventually, maybe, possibly. Creaky chair doesn't know if it agrees. Really like this. I need to study rocks. Sounds weird to say, but we're definitely going to have a rocks and minerals study session sometime this year. At the very latest, it'll happen around the Rock and Mineral show. We have a Rock and Mineral show here in Denver, and I tend to get into my little rock obsession around that time of year, so it's just this weird coincidence that happens. But we will definitely be studying some rocky textures. I really want to get better at painting this kind of stuff. So I'd like to do like a more in-depth study than just this quick color study. But like even little things, like looking at this gray, it's the same gray, but because it's in shadow, like just learning about how this value sort of shifts in and out of the light and how you can use it to sort of imply edges and hard edges is really interesting. And I want to learn how to do it. So, and then of course like different types of rocks have different types of textures, like I just haven't spent the time to learn how to draw them. Oops, I messed up. I did not, let me draw, hold on. These little river rocks need to get drawn first before I forget them. It's actually kind of reminding me of when we did that study of the dead marshes from Lord of the Rings. Not sure if anybody was here for that one either. At least who's in chat now, but the color palette is super close. I'm over here like, man, I feel like I used these colors recently. I think I'm just attracted to these sorts of drab colors for some reason. Because, okay, here's the thing. The nice thing about a drab palette is that when you do add any amount of color, like if there's any, like if you put a character in this in like a red dress, that character is standing out, you know? And it's kind of helpful to learn how to paint this kind of stuff, because like if I did want to say do like an illustration where there's like suddenly a red character, it's like, oh, I am only looking at that character. Or I could do some implied scale, you know, like draw a little kid in a red dress right here, or something. A little Red Riding Hood story. Riding Hood of the Moors. Anyway, and this isn't even that bright of a red, but because of the muted tone of the background, like that pops a whole lot, and it still looks like it fits the scene. If I brighten it up even a little bit, it can pop even more. So just another little tip, like when you're planning out an image, think about your colors that you're using as well and how that can emphasize the characters in the image. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna draw people sometime too, guys. It's gonna happen. Anyway. Oh, undo button, how I do love you. You are my best friend. Please don't ever leave. Pay better attention to the time. How are we doing on time? Hold on. Screen. Like this really nice mossy texture around this rock that I enjoy. We're definitely gonna do some more object studies so that I can take more time on stuff like this, because I really would like to like dig in and just paint this and learn about it, but I don't think I have time to do that today. But like studying stuff like this, I noticed things like, okay, like there's a cast shadow kind of around the base of these rocks. Like that's something to keep in mind if I ever draw something like this. Or, I don't know, yeah, just taking notes of those sorts of things. I don't know why I made this rock so dang big. Like, why did I do that? That doesn't make any sense. Come back down. Be a normal rock, please. You guys talk to your rocks like this, right? This is like how you speak to rocks. So what even is this? Why did I put this here? Get out my little grass brush here and just kind of grass over that. Grass, grass, grass. Moss, moss, moss. Cookie chair. Yeah, you can make stuff more colorful by using gray. Yeah, exactly. Muted palettes are so fun. It's a really nice trick. If anyone's hasn't already watched a movie just looking at a color palette before, pick a movie you've already seen, like one that you think is really beautiful, and just mute it. And just like try to, or like lower the volume a lot or something. And just try to notice like what the art direction is actually trying to tell you about the story without using words. It's really interesting stuff. And a lot of times you will see stuff like, oh, they're using a super muted palette here, and then the main character's in this bright color, or you know, everything's in shadow, and then this one part's in light, or I don't know, just things like that. It's little notes that you can make in your head about how to set a scene in a way that feel really impactful is super helpful. It's a pretty common, that's why we did some film studies not too long ago, just to kind of look at things like that. I'm gonna blue this up just slightly because it's not popping a whole lot against that rock, so I just want it to pop a little bit more. I'm being lazy with my color selection. Kind of darken up these shadows so it pops out against that a little bit more. Maybe even give this moss down here a little light so you can see that there's an object there. It's kind of a weird line here that's non-existent, but okay. Anyway, a little bit of a tangent there in the picture. It's kind of making it hard to read. So I'm trying to fix it. Because there's like another rock the exact same tone right above this rock. I'm just gonna take that out and make it all one big rock. So there we go. You are one big rock now, sir, just like we always wanted. What a wonderful place to art! Hello, hello, welcome back in. How are you? Good to see you again. What are you up to today? There's all these little sticks and things like in the cracks in between these rocks. I'm just gonna kind of brush in this textured brush here. If you can't see what this brush does, it's basically like making streaks. So if I just do little tiny brushy lines, it can be used for grass or like little implied sticks and texture. It's like a really nice, I'm liking this brush so far. It's a nice way to block in texture quickly when I don't have time to do it myself. Alright, slowly getting there. It's starting to look like something. Posted your second! Oh, nice! Would you quit apologizing? I'm gonna make a sorry jar for you. Some people have swear jars. You're about to get a sorry jar. I am elated to see what you've done. And I can say this because I have needed a sorry jar in the past in my life. And I understand. I understand your need to apologize, but stop it. They're so jank. It's okay. Mine are not great either. We're all learning together. Remember the mantra. Remember the mantra. If it's jank, you're doing it right, Amaze. Because you're doing this. You're getting the bad drawings out. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Okay. Oops. I keep hitting the Windows key instead of the Alt key. So if my computer randomly shuts down while I'm drawing, guys, I'm not dead. I'm just technologically incompetent. So that's all. Look at this nice little line in this rock. I love that. I don't want to get too caught up in details here, but I do love all these tiny rocks. They're so good. Okay. Alright, let's do that little overlay thing really fast. I think I got most of the big details in here. I mean, definitely didn't do all the details in the background, but I'm okay with that. Oh, let's draw this pole that I've been ignoring. Oh, maybe these rocks. Okay, shoot, I'm not quite done. Rock. There's a rock right there, guys, just so you know. Rock. Another rock. Maybe a rock here. Okay. Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. Don't want to do too many details on them. Alright. Let's just do these nice straight lines for these poles and call it done. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know why. Pole. We're gonna say... Yeah, definitely skipped a rock here, but pole. Say there's a pole here. I guess I'll draw a rock really fast. Oops. Sketchy rock. Pole, doing something mysterious and pole-like. Tell what these are, I'm not gonna lie. I think they're some kind of bridge structure, maybe? I don't know. It's mysterious. What you do, we don't know, but you're definitely there, so It's a nice little variety in the image though, to have these like very straight, very clearly man-made structures just sort of scattered. I'm gonna kind of improvise here because I don't really know what I'm looking at. Looks like some kind of a fence right there. No. Mysterious and strange. Some over here, maybe a little wall or something. Okay, getting close to finished here, so this is your alert. If anyone is kind of lurking or listening and has a warm-up sketch you'd like to share, feel free to pop it in the Discord now. I will be showing those in just a few minutes. Once again, it does not have to be from what I'm drawing right now. It can be from whatever you're working on. Oh, thanks, Amaze. Yeah, there's the Discord link if anyone needs it. I'm gonna have to stop at 2 today. I was hoping to do one more, but ran out of time. I got some other stuff I gotta get to. Hopefully this has been helpful for those who needed the excuse to do some warm-up drawing. I know for me, it definitely... I would not have done this without your accountability, so thank you guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm just gonna do a few little details here. Oh yeah, I forgot. I told you guys I was gonna show you the painting I started yesterday. Let me grab that really fast while people are posting stuff they want to share. Finished your painting. Oh yeah, please do. An impressionist one? Exciting. Oh yeah, and my overlay layer. Where is that? Right here. Okay. Let's try a blue. No, I hate that. Let's try a green. No, I don't like that either. I'll use this blue. Yeah, there we go. So again, I'm just doing like the vignette basically around the edges, kind of darkening up spots to kind of draw the eye into the center a little bit more. So this is going to help guide the viewer, as they say. Oh, and then I forgot I was going to blur out that mountaintop. That smoky look. Just gotta find the layer it's on. That's all. No biggie. It's not on that layer. It's on this layer. Of course it is. Is it doing this? Please work with me. Oh, I see. Because I have that on play. That's why. Wait, no. What is that on? No, it is on this layer. Why is it doing that? It's very annoying. Do not appreciate this. I guess it like blurred away the pixels or something. Anyway, I'm just gonna gently blur these lines because you do see some definition up there. It's just not quite this stark. So I'm just gonna kind of gently redraw that line with the blender brush. There we go. Okay, that'll work. It's not perfect, but that's okay. Finish not perfect, right guys? That's the goal. I do want to brighten it up, but I'm going to desaturate that brightness just a tad. Again, this is just to draw the eye along that path a little bit. That's actually probably too bright. Let's move that down to a gray. There we go. Just warming up the path a little to make it look a little more inviting. Maybe darken up the outside a little more. There. Okay. I'm okay with that. Don't hate it. Alrighty. Ta-da! We did some landscape studies, guys. Not perfect, but that's okay. We're alright with it. These are the two I did. I will share these in the chat or in Discord later. Let me go see what is in the Discord. No, Maze has a few in there. Just put them in the, if you want me to share them, put them in the warm-up art section. That is where I will be looking. Amaze, that looks great. What are you talking about? Okay, hold on. We gotta pull this over on screen. Just fair warning, if you did post in that chat, it will be shown. Okay, and just make sure they're warm-up sketches. Let's see. Overcast settings are great. Yeah, exactly. Cool lights with warm shadows. That's true. That's true. Shadows do get warmer in overcast. Yeah. Okay. Could be a lot better. I don't know, Maze. This looks pretty darn good. So I'm just gonna scroll. So this is the ones we did last time, or yesterday, I should say. Maze, I don't know what you're talking about. I think this looks great. Like, it looks just like the reference. You did a great job. This is a great study. You did a good job getting the foreground, midground, background. Those are very distinct. You got the light source well. Like, it's a good one. It's great. This one's good too. Same thing. You did a great job capturing just the flatness, like how close the camera is kind of to the water there. And I really like the way you did the water, actually. I think you should do more like painty stuff, Amaze. I'm actually really impressed. I don't usually see you doing kind of painterly things. So this looks awesome. Oh no, there's an ad. Shoot, hold on. We have to wait for the ad to be over. Yeah, it looks fantastic, right? Hold on. Ad break, sorry. Sorry if anyone's stuck in an ad. I'll wait. We can just look at Amaze's piece longer. Until everyone give Amaze compliments so he knows that he's doing a good job. He needs to know. The man needs to know. No, this looks awesome. Right, nailed the fog. I think there's already, like, both of these you did a great job with that. Just the atmosphere is really nice. Yeah. Awesome. I like that you drew another, like, gnarled tree. Did you feel, I'm curious, since you did kind of a gnarly tree yesterday for the warm-up, do you feel like that helped at all for this tree, or you still feel like you're kind of figuring out trees? Because they can be kind of difficult. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, guys, for the ad break to be over according to my OBS. Who knows if it's lying? Who knows if it's telling the truth? If you haven't stretched or had a water break in a while, this is a great opportunity, guys. I'm giving you all a hydrate. You guys need to hydrate too, not just me. Okay, I don't know, I still struggled. Well, I can't tell, it looks great. But I think if you keep doing studies like this, I think you'll see a lot of really fast improvement. I think it looks awesome. Yeah, see? Char's saying the same thing. It looks fantastic. You nailed the fog of the mountain. Yeah, totally. It can always be better. Don't get caught up in thinking things could be better, because, like, I mean, heck, mine could be better. But remember, we're getting the bad drawings out. So you've already got 2 out of the way. So every time you do one, you'll get a little better, and eventually you'll get to the images you want to be making. You know? And I think these look awesome. Okay, moving on. Oh, who is this? It doesn't tell me because I'm in streamer mode. It doesn't tell me who this is. Is this someone watching right now? Do you want to claim this? Sorry to show your profile on stream. I don't know. It's someone with a very adorable bird icon. But this looks awesome. Oh, Char, it's you. Okay. No, this looks great. Oh, I love this reference photo. I might steal it. Do I have this reference photo already? Oh, that's beautiful. Really nice job choosing a photo that has nice, strong atmospheric perspective as well. And for anyone who's new to art, atmospheric perspective is just this idea that, like, things further away tend to be paler unless, like, you can see there's so much atmosphere in between you and the thing you're looking at, it tends to change the value. And it gets these really nice, that's why the trees look more intense as they get closer to the edge of the forest. You did a great job with the lighting here. Oh, I love these little leaves. This looks great. Good job with the detail in the foreground and kind of leaving the background hazy. I need to focus more on doing that. This looks beautiful. This looks beautiful, guys. Love it. This just makes me want to paint some more. So thank you for being an inspiration. And thanks for joining in, Charzia. It's so nice to have you. I love it. I love it. Let me give it a little Reese heart. Beautiful. Timer, patience, draws. No, and I don't think you need to, honestly. I think you nailed it. You gave enough information. This is what we were talking about with, like, using artistic discretion, right? You just sort of, you know, just sort of draw the things that help you get the message across. You don't have to copy the image exactly. Copying the image exactly is not the goal. So I think you did a great job. This is excellent. Well done. Everyone gets a gold star so far. Not really warm up since yesterday did. Okay, fair enough. It still looks nice though. It's awesome that you painted this along with us. I love it. It's nice to have, yeah, it's fantastic regardless. I love the painty strokes in the lily pads here. Really lovely. Oh, Your painty work is so nice. I love seeing it, so thank you for sharing it with us, Lagomcore. So nice. Okay, is that the last one? Alright, beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you guys for drawing along with me today, or painting along, or finishing projects with me. It's so nice to see. Love it. Love it, love it. Everything's getting hearts. And yeah, we'll be streaming again tomorrow. So tomorrow will actually be waterscapes and skyscapes. So like, if you're like me and you have like 50 million pictures of epic clouds, tomorrow is your chance to actually draw them like you always say you're going to. I'm talking to myself right now, not you. But if you're feeling called out, maybe join. We can all feel better about the millions of cloud reference pictures that we have taken over the years. I'm going to be going through some of my files today and pulling some that I've taken over the years. I have so many. I'm probably going to be using my own references, but yeah, the best scapes, right? Cloudscapes are amazing. But waterscapes are great too. And a waterscape can be anything. I mean, I've got a section in my Pinterest if you want to look through for some ideas. It can be anything involving large body, like a majority of the image being in water, essentially. So things happening on lakes or oceans or under the water, totally fine. Oceans, waves, clouds, exactly. It's water in all its forms, both gaseous and liquid. You could do an Antarctic like iceberg scene with water, like frozen water next to the, you know, get all the water in one picture. Do whatever you want, but that's what we're gonna be doing tomorrow morning for warm-ups. So, you know, if you want to come prepared, or if you want to dig through my Pinterest, I'm trying to get to the Pinterest page. Oh. Of course, May still has it linked, so I should just click that because he's being helpful. Anyway, I have a whole folder full of scenery and nature photos. So if you're looking for some references, if you struggle to find those, if you don't know where to start, grab some. I've got beaches, I've got landscapes. We just did some of those, but some of those do have big bodies of water in them actually. Snow and ice. There's waterscapes down there. I don't have a skyscape section, which is oh no, I do. Oh, it's massive. Yeah, I have a ton of skyscape. Anyway, feel free to pick from those. But we'll talk more about that tomorrow. For now, do I have an exit screen? Oh, I do, sort of. My picture's gone, but that's okay. Oh, no, that's terrible. I need to fix that. We'll just stay on this one for now. Sorry, my at-home studio. Oh, Mert York. Oh, I can't say that name. I'm sorry. Sorry? Am I from Canada now? I'm gonna call you Murdy. Murdy, thanks for joining. I appreciate that follow. And thank you guys for hanging out. If anyone needs links, storm clouds are fun. We're definitely going to do some storm heads, or at least I am. Murdy! I love that. I don't know what that is, but it's great. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and drawing with me. I'm looking forward to doing more warm-up sketches tomorrow. I will have no more streams today. This is the only stream today. But I will be streaming tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon as well. So I'll be working up that image that I keep forgetting to say that I was gonna share with you guys. I will do it now before I forget. But thank you, Amaze, for posting all of those links in the chat. If anyone needs those links, just click them. You can find my socials. You can find the Discord, which is what I'm in right now. There we go. This is the piece I started working on yesterday afternoon, and I'll be finishing it probably tomorrow. Well, I'll be trying to work on it more tomorrow. But anyway, that's what I'll be doing tomorrow afternoon. But in the morning, come with your waterscape readiness. Anyway, I don't know. Let's find someone to raid, guys. Looking for a work-safe, family-safe art streamer. Hopefully one is on. Where is my stream? Oh, I closed it. Guys, I'm really bad at Twitch. Have I mentioned that? Oh no. Oh gosh. Did I mention that enough today? Creator dashboard. There it is. I have too many tabs. I know I have too many tabs. It's a problem. It's a problem. It's hard. I'm bad at Twitch. That's my excuse. Oh, and Blue, you had a hydrate that I think I may have missed, but thank you for that hydrate. I will hydrate right now. Let's see. Oh, we could raid Duke Hoover. We haven't raided him in a while. He has been only on for an hour. There is a pixel artist on. Oh, I don't know if I follow them. I have to make sure that it is a work-safe stream, so I tend to have to vet them first before I will raid into them. We could raid Scully. What's Scully doing? I haven't raided Scully in a while. Kelly Cakes is on. We haven't raided her in a while either. What is Star Freckles doing? Raid Star Freckles. I don't know if we've ever raided Star Freckles. Maybe once. Looks like she's designing a shirt. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. She is family safe. Yeah, she's very family safe for sure. Oh, your streamer KB Fibers is coming on. Nice. I will see. I do try to vet them. I do trust you, but I just want to make sure. I've had some awkward things happen before. So I will add them to the list to go check out. KB Fibers. Cool. Shoot, I don't know. Final Fantasy VII art stream? Should we raid him? Ugh, I'm in an ad. I have no idea what they're doing. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. And if anyone does have recommendations on art streamers who are work safe, family friendly, that kind of thing, please, 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 please let me know who they are. She will come up roses. Okay, cool. Shoot, Duke Hoover is in a break right now. let me see. Well, we could do Kelly Cakes. I'm still stuck in an ad with him anyway. Ugh. These ads are annoying. Why does... Okay, is anyone who's good at Twitch know why when I click the following list? I want a list, please. On a grid. I could do Scully. I'm kind of feeling Duke Hoover. I don't think we rated him. Or maybe Steve Sketches. Steve Sketches is on. Whoa. Why did that happen? What's Steve up to? Steve is doing some really cool character design work. Yeah, this all looks very family friendly. He's usually pretty chill, pretty family friendly. Just, you know, if you're watching with Kiddo right now, maybe just hide the chat because I can't vouch for his chat. But I've hung out in his streams a lot, and he tends to be very professional. He's a pro artist. If I can find the way to rate him, let's go do that. We haven't rated Steve in a while. And then thank you again, Mirror. I will check out your friend here in a little bit. But yeah, let's go hop into Steve. I think I started the raid. Did I do it? Have I twitched? I can't tell. I think I started it. Okay. Anyway, if you guys want to hop over with me and go hang out with Steve Sketches, I think you'll really like his work. I don't think we've been in there in a while, so especially if you're interested in animation, gaming, art, that kind of thing, he does a lot of that, and I think you'll really enjoy it. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you, Blue. You have a good one as well. Amaze, thanks for being here. I know my tabs are out of control. Murdy, thanks again for hanging out and for that follow. I really appreciate that. Salamander, thank you so much for that sub again. And thank you to everyone who drew today. Char and Lagamcore, thank you for sharing your artwork. I just appreciate all of you, and I want you to know. So I think, and even those lurkers, definitely those lurkers, I appreciate you as well. So let's head into Steve Sketches and see what he's up to, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Bye.